do matter. And of course, being in this business and being on the side of the aisle that I'm at, paying attention to how tech does silence people has been a big story. And watching Elon Musk free, at least Twitter in that regard, has been unbelievably helpful. And we see mainstream media be very angry about it. You have gotten a lot of media coverage, sir, talking to Robert F. Kennedy Jr., candidate for president on the Democratic side, because of your take on COVID vaccines. And due to that take, some people view you as a conservative-minded person. Politically, that's not the totality of your politics. You're very, very strong on the idea of climate change not only being real, but something we have to be aggressive about. You have made a series of statements on that. Politically, you do remain well within that Democratic, if I could say, progressive party, not the conservative side.
What I found over my many years, 40 years as an environmental advocate, that Republicans and Democrats are all environmentalists at some level. People care about, they don't want their kids to be poisoned by toxics. They want to preserve sacred places. People want to go to places to hunt, to fish, to enjoy the outdoors. They want to preserve our Purple Mountain's majesty. And so I focused on those issues rather than climate. I mean, I believe that climate change is real and that it's a crisis, but I don't insist that you believe in that, and I understand why a lot of people don't, because it's lines on graphs, it's studies that nobody really has the capacity to read or assess. And so I'm not going to insist that people believe in that. There are plenty of reasons to end our addiction to oil and coal that have nothing to do with climate, that have to do with national security, that have to do with making our children healthy, that have to do with preserving sacred places. We're cutting down the Appalachian Mountains. 500 biggest peaks on the Appalachian Mountains have been leveled. We've filled 2,200 miles of streams in eastern Kentucky, West Virginia. Nobody wants that. The waters are poisoned in those states. We've poisoned every freshwater fish in North America with mercury. And that's coming from coal burning power plants. The acid rain from those plants has deforested the high peaks of the Appalachian from Georgia to northern Quebec, and has sterilized those lakes. And and on and on. There's $500 billion of healthcare costs in this country, pulmonary, respiratory, 60,000 deaths, millions and millions of asthma attacks that come from ozone and particulates. So there are better ways to fuel our economy, and more efficient ways and cheaper ways. And what I say is that we should rely on free markets. We should end the subsidies to carbon and to everybody else, and that we should let the markets decide.